Hello everybody around the world who is watching this video. It's time for me to do a prediction. So I gotta do my 2025 prediction, and if I don't do it, I would never ever predict again. And I want to make sure that I am fully correct, but at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna be fully correct if there was a last second change that some people may not respect ever again. So as you all know, TikTok is getting banned, or have a chance of getting banned because a lot of people use it as a way to get money, but without that, economy might fall short. But that's the way how it's gonna roll now. And this is why I tell you guys a lot, right? Actually, I didn't tell you guys a lot. Actually, I told like other people, but if they get rid of TikTok, it's not really going to be beneficial for people who has to work not only 2 jobs now, but possibly 3. So this TikTok is supposed to be an easier job for everybody else to make money, right? And then you got your regular jobs to support yourself and probably one other person. For the whole family, you gotta like have 2 people working, and that's gonna be very hard. Especially when like you have to put your child through private school now, since some schools in Texas closed down. I was there to tell or ask a Pacific MAGA, in the TikTok live stream, did they close any schools down in Texas? They sat there and told me no. But the funny part is, they show us on the news that they was actually closing it down for next year. Like, this is supposed to be their last year till they close the school down. Or like the last few weeks before they close the school down. Like, what are they doing? Like, why they told me a lie? But it's okay though. That's what MAGAs does almost all the time, and I am used to it. Because this one lady that was in the live stream, she told me that milk was so expensive during 2020, right? And apparently, allegedly, it was only Joe Biden's. That's a lie. Me and the guy called her out. I said, no, stop. The milk was expensive, yes, but it was not underneath Joe Biden. That's when she was living underneath a rock, right? The person that was in there, right, that was in the White House was Donald Trump the first time. And that's how tariff works. Or that's how he raised prices entirely, right? Milk was so expensive. Well, who was in power? Who made that choice? Donald Trump. Okay, there you go. That's how milk was very expensive. So technically, now the second time is going to be horrible. This time he's going to make sure that tariff is increased on certain countries. Now that we know that he is taxing China super hard, right? We're not going to have any more technologies coming in here. Okay? And that's what the problem is. We're not going to have them to make stuff over here no more. Including when he's taxing Canadians and Mexicans as well. Possibility, Japan steelworkers. The steelworkers in Japan might not be happy with this decision. And this will screw over their steel company work in Japan. And I know that guy who endorsed Donald Trump will most likely will feel it. But the thing is, the guy said how we as America could make our own products. We can make our own food. We can make these other products that these other countries made. Yeah, good luck with that. If you saw Korea or China, you know how good their technology is. So you're lying. We can't make what they made, and we can't grow what we grow. Because some things that, say for example, Dubai chocolate does not grow from here. It's in Dubai. We can't do what Dubai does. And Dubai is a beautiful place, by the way. So don't you ever disrespect Dubai. But the other thing that I should probably make addition of is that when I was trying to push my voice through, like I said, I was not really a talkative person during that time. I was just listening to the argument because it was a very heated argument. Like, liberals and MAGAs were going at each other's throats all day, every day. And liberals want to pick on MAGA want to pick on liberals. They both doing the same thing, right? But the one common thing is that nobody, if you ask a MAGA, would you want to go work in a farm or a factory, they're gonna tell you no, I don't want to work in there, bad work environment, and all this type of things, right? This is why you don't want to get rid of illegals. So yeah, when you get rid of illegals, they no longer work in that farm. How are you gonna get the food across, you know, the 50 states? How are you gonna get food across here? Right? How you gonna get them to town? How you gonna get to the people? We're gonna need the food that y'all grew to able to make us people survive. Otherwise, the food is gonna be high in demand, and our supply gonna be low. So, what's the problem? Why are you not trying to work in like this, big farm area? They're gonna tell me that it's a low tier hard job that nobody gets paid in and stuff for such like that. Then why vote for somebody who will willing to screw you over? Because once the 3 day pass, I think we're supposed to be screwed, allegedly from somebody. Now moving on from that point, right? We gave this land back to the rich. Now, if you guys not know, if you give the land to the rich people don't have an issue continuously treating you like dirt, right? You're going to have to beg for a job. You gotta beg for money. You'll be basically most of us are going to be beggars, and beggars are not choosers. Okay, we're going to have a lot more people on the street, and we're going to have a lot of issues coming in and out here, right? Including when like our gas was cut during 2020, and there was not enough gas being pumped out in these gas stations during that time. But to rich people, they could just have a Tesla, just charge it. But Tesla was not made during that time, no, right? They they have multiple cars, so if one ran out of gas, they just go get the other one, right? Or just get a gallon of gas and just start piling up because gas was not able to come through. But that's besides the point, though. The rich people are really not going to care about your middle to low class working life. They never do, right? Let's give it an example. If you already know about this, the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson, being gunned down, then you already should know about that, right? It's the biggest thing. It was the biggest thing in history to give people class consciousness that we just gave the land to the rich and all they did was use AI. Where is the United Healthcare workers? Nowhere. They just not here, right? And all we know is that his shareholders was able to get the money. But where's the workers though? The workers are supposed to be the ones that's supposed to get the money, right? Or they just not there. But when investigators went up in there, they said that they were using AI. But the thing is, why were they not investigating that place before when people was either voicing out their frustration with United Healthcare before or have try to give communications to United Healthcare. But the thing is, it's already too late, right? Violence already happened. That's just a piece of it. Okay? The rich people was not going to care about your low life, nor your kids probably, because you know why? Because they never they never invest money into your child. Never once in your lifetime invest money into your child or never invest money for your parents for you to not end up in an orphanage. So while the richer gets richer and the poor gets poorer, right? People like the poor people or middle to low class people tends to blame it on somebody for all this type of damage that's been going on. And of course, yes, you can't blame somebody who has probably most likely already told you about who he's making richer based on who went on that stage and jumped. Okay? But this is a life, our life is at stake because we're not able to get anything on the table. For example, we getting most of our benefits cut while the richer gets richer. And this is a time where they get rich and they still wouldn't care about us. For example, we not going to have Medicaid or probably Medicare in 9 states. Okay? That's going to get cut down. Social Security, something that might affect, veterans, probably military as well. Not really sure. Of course, yes, you gotta have to worry about that. And I know some of them is already calling their local government about that and tell them not to vote for that, not to vote to get their, Social Security cut. So now, some people who vote against children or young adults knows that the Department of Education help all type of students, right? No matter what it is. Okay? The plan was to help college students, but now that they got rid of the Department of Education, it doesn't help students anymore. Instead, they put their money into someone else's pocket, most likely one of the billionaires. Okay, and this is the type of thing that really going to be a big problem, right? Learning disabilities are going to be very problematic. Okay, that means IEP, 504s, anything that can come by that will give you accommodations to. Okay, and then you got public schools being closed down because not enough money, and you're trying to cut back on certain things. That's what you're supposed to be doing, right? So stop putting your money into these establishments, leaving the children and the staffs, and the parents all worried, crying that the fact that they have to homeschool their child, which will most likely will happen, by the way, and that's not proper. That's not proper education because some parents tend to not be very good educators sometimes. Okay, sometimes. For young adults, financial aid is probably not going to help you out anymore. Possibility you're going to have a big bill that says you're going to have to pay for this class on your own. So that means what's going to be high in demand is going to be the scholarships, which a lot of people are going to try their best to get. But some people who doesn't have the base requirement of at least having a knowledge of what the hell you're doing for the scholarship, you tend to lose a lot and you don't get anything out of it but the enjoyment of, making something or writing out something and impress the people. And at least you tried. But the thing is, scholarship is going to be very high in demand now compared to what is was where Biden's in office, which will affect a lot of college students. Probably most likely forcing some of them to drop out. Probably most of them are actually, since not a lot of people are going to go to college. Okay, public schools will be open, but the thing is, they're more expensive than public schools, which a lot of parents, a ton of parents, rely on public schools than private schools because private schools are very, very high on their cost during those times. Last but not least, I do expect people not to spend that much money on these big time, CEOs or small business owners, even though it would most likely hurt their business, which is why they had to do something that a person can't refuse, right? And it does gonna happen. It's gonna happen actually because this is the time to save money, okay? And a lot of people are gonna be saving money next year, and I do expect people to be struggling because of the tax plan. Uh, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. And be careful of getting boycotted. It's not really fun, isn't it? And when you get boycotted, by the way, I'm gonna keep it on this last point and then I'm done. When you get boycotted, you're not you basically get nothing but hate. And of course a lot of people are gonna make sure that you never ever get almost that many customers at what you got last 3 months ever again. Or last 2 months. Whichever day it was super busy is, now it's gonna be close to empty, right? Um, but that's it. That's my prediction. And honestly, let me know all your thoughts on it. I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna be a lot of it. And I want to make sure that some people are educated before 2025 happens. Because let's be honest, we're not gonna do great on 2025 if somebody don't change their ways. Anyway, good luck, have fun, and congratulations to the people who graduated. I'm gonna graduate next year. Not really next year, but in 2026. I had to wait a whole semester for it. But anyway, yeah, see you guys later. Peace out. I love you all. Please be safe. And kisses. Mwah. Why I say kisses? That's weird. You see? No. See y'all later.